Hey, curious minds, did you know there's a planet out there that might be made almost entirely of diamond? This isn't science fiction. Astronomers discovered a world called 55 Cancri e, about 40 light years away in the constellation of Cancer. It's what scientists call a super-Earth, a rocky planet roughly twice the size of Earth and nearly 8 times as massive. But what makes it famous is what it might be made of. Unlike Earth, which has a crust of silicate rocks and a molten iron core, 55 Cancri e may be composed largely of carbon-rich materials. Under the extreme heat and pressure inside the planet, much of that carbon could exist as diamond. In fact, astronomers estimate that as much as a third of the planet's mass could be pure diamond. To put that in perspective, that's more diamond than has ever existed or could ever exist on Earth. It's like an entire world-sized gemstone floating in space. Of course, we can't yet land on 55 Cancri e and chip off a piece to prove it. Instead, scientists infer its composition by looking at the planet's size, mass, density, and the chemical makeup of its parent star. That evidence strongly suggests a diamond-rich interior. But before you start dreaming about cosmic treasure hunting, there are a few catches, and they make this planet less of a paradise and more of a nightmare world. Let's dive deeper into what life, or rather the lack of life, would be like on the diamond planet. On Earth, diamonds are rare and precious, but on 55 Cancri e, they might be as common as rocks. Still, it's not a planet you'd ever want to visit. For one, 55 Cancri e is extremely close to its star, so close that a single year there lasts just 18 hours. That means the planet is tidally locked, with one side permanently facing its star in endless, scorching daylight, and the other side locked in eternal darkness. Temperatures on the day side are estimated to reach 2,400 degrees Celsius, 4,400 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt iron. The surface may not be solid at all, but a lava ocean, constantly boiling and glowing. Imagine standing on a sea of molten rock, under a sky that never turns dark. On the night side, things get stranger. Some studies suggest the cooler half may allow gases and molten rock to condense, creating violent geological activity as material circulates between the two hemispheres. Others propose that the night side is blanketed by a thick atmosphere of vaporized minerals. So even though 55 Cancri e may glitter with diamond deep inside, its surface is one of the harshest environments ever imagined. No spacecraft could land there and survive for long, and certainly no human explorer. This contrast, incredible beauty hidden within unimaginable danger, is what makes the diamond planet so fascinating. But how did such a bizarre world form in the first place? Planets like 55 Cancri e challenge everything we thought we knew about planet formation. Our Earth formed in a region of the solar system rich in silicates and water, giving us rocky crusts, oceans, and an oxygen-based atmosphere. But 55 Cancri e orbits a star with a different chemical makeup. Its parent star has far more carbon relative to oxygen. That difference changes the recipe for building planets. In a carbon-rich system, the raw materials available aren't the same. Instead of silicates dominating, carbon compounds take center stage. During the planet's formation, carbon, under immense pressure, could transform into diamond and graphite, making up much of its mantle and crust. This means 55 Cancri e isn't just another Earth-like world. It's a window into what planets can look like in other solar systems, depending on the chemistry of their stars. In some ways, it's like Earth's evil twin, similar in size and type, but made from completely different materials. Interestingly, diamond planets might not be all that rare in the universe. Astronomers believe that in regions around carbon-rich stars, other diamond-rich worlds could exist too. 55 Cancri E is simply the most famous example because we've studied it closely. So the diamond planet isn't just a curiosity. It's evidence that alien worlds can be stranger than we ever imagined. And it forces us to rethink what a habitable planet might be. At this point, you might be thinking, what if we could somehow mine this planet? After all, diamonds are valuable. A world with more diamond than rock sounds like the ultimate treasure chest. But reality doesn't make it easy. First, the planet is 40 light-years away. Even traveling at the speed of current spacecraft, it would take hundreds of thousands of years to reach it. Second, the conditions on the surface are beyond extreme. Any robotic probe we send would likely melt within minutes of landing. Even orbiting close enough to study the planet directly is a massive challenge, given the intense radiation from its parent star. And third, supply and demand. If, somehow, humanity did manage to harvest diamonds from 55 Cancri E, the sheer volume would make diamonds practically worthless on Earth. Their rarity is what makes them valuable here. A planet made of diamond would shatter that illusion overnight. So while it's fun to imagine future astronauts arriving with pickaxes and space drills, the diamond planet is far more valuable as a scientific treasure than a financial one. It teaches us about planetary science, star chemistry, and the incredible variety of worlds that exist in the universe. But beyond the science, there's something poetic about it too. A planet of diamonds out there in the darkness, forever out of reach. 55 Cancri E is one of the most extreme exoplanets we've ever discovered, but it's just the beginning. With new telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope, astronomers are learning more about distant worlds than ever before. We're starting to peek into their atmospheres, detect their chemistry, and uncover exotic planets we never imagined. The Diamond Planet reminds us that the universe isn't just filled with Earth-like worlds. It's filled with possibilities that defy our expectations. Lava oceans, diamond crusts, upside-down moons, and radioactive bananas. Reality is often stranger than science fiction. And who knows? Maybe one day, far in the future, humanity will travel across the stars and stand on the shores of 55 Cancri E. Not to mine it, but simply to witness its beauty firsthand. Until then, it remains a sparkling mystery, a jewel of the cosmos. Thanks for watching, Curious Minds. What do you think? Would you want to visit a diamond planet, even if it meant facing lava oceans and endless daylight? Comment below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more. If you liked this, check out my last video on why the moon looks upside down in the southern hemisphere, and the one before that on how hippos can't actually swim. Until next time, keep questioning the world.